Okay, here we have a review of the DW2000. That's a Drum Workshop DW2000, competitively priced at approximately 189. Well, it's 189.99 on eBay, but I know that when they had them new, I haven't seen them lately, but when I purchased mine at the local Guitar Center, it was 239.99. I believe it was right when it came out. I've been using it for a while, and now I upgraded to the DW3000, which I've read online that it is actually a DW7000. I don't know if that's true. I haven't really delved into it. But the DW3000 you can find retails for $389, but now you can find it on eBay for about $250, $249.99, around that price. Used for a little bit less. But I'm going to show you very quickly a few of the differences. Well, right off the bat, you notice that the footboard is hinged directly to the heel portion of the pedal. When on this is more like the more expensive ones, they have this hinge, a larger hinge here. I don't know what the difference is here. They're both hinged in the same area. You see? I guess it's a more expensive hinge, I guess. And this has the drummer's choice. This one doesn't say anything. And you have a smaller heel pedal piece. You'd think that bigger is better. Maybe not. And then you have the bottom plate. Seems like it's the same material. We'll get to that. Exact same beaters. Okay. Felt on one side, plastic on the other. And here on the 2000, on both of them, you have this nifty little area to clip your tuner, drum tuner, which is awesome because we always lose them. I keep one on my keychain as well. But here, the attachment to the bass drum pedal has a nice knob that you spin. There's two adjustments on the DW3000. The adjustment here, all right, for maybe a thicker wooden hoop, okay? And this one does not have rubber on the bottom there, or on the, is there rubber on the bottom, top? It feels like it. Maybe. Yeah, I think there is. Let's take a look. You see, you can adjust it there and here. Let's take a look at that. Is that rubber in there? No, it's actual metal. Let's take a look. Feels like it might be rubberized, but it's not. And as you can see, it's Velcro throughout the bottom plate, which is awesome. Let's look on the DW2000. It's a different mechanism. Feels cheap, like cheaper metal. This actually has rubber on here to protect the, you see? To protect the hoop. Not on the top, but on the bottom, which is nice. And you don't get that on the DW3000. You know why? One thing I like, same spring tensioner here as the DW3000, but this is plastic here. They just seem to work better because this actually, the bottom one locks up with the top portion, and that keeps this nice and sturdy. And with this brake, I don't know. But here's the clamp adjustment. You have to use a key to actually clamp it on. But you should always have one here anyways. They both have the carpet nails here. Very nice. But you see here, here's the plastic versus the metal. This has a longer piece here. Goes over that. I really don't know what the advantage of either of this over the other one is, but I seem to like the plastic. It just seems easier. See, it has these protrusions here. It's easier to spin than this one. It's nice and tight. The spring seems to be the exact same spring. Okay, and the adjustment exactly the same. Now let's take a look. This is a double spring, a double chain drive. This is single. That's the only reason why I moved from the DW2000 to the 3000. I have a really heavy foot, and I've had many pedals in the past, Gibraltars, Yamahas, and whenever I've had single, give me a month or two and this just snaps. So I've only had this about a month and decided to move on. Just got a good deal on that, that's why I got it. And now it came to 3000. Now it is a lot smoother. We'll know once we put it on the drum kit. See, this seems like the mechanism in here is far better. Now if you look at it, it is a different, put on the light. There we go. Now you'll see here, this is a completely different mechanism from this one. The design must be much better inside as well, with the bearings and everything. Give an adjustment here. And look at that, it's just like butter. Like butter. Very nice. Very bouncy. We'll see how important that is while we play. Anyways. See the system there? Just looks, the design and the quality of materials quite different. And the rod looks like the same exact rod. Yep, sure is. Now you'll notice here, the way I adjust this, I have this pretty high because I like to really work out my left foot. Since I'm barely using it, when I do use it, I like to make sure it's nice and firm, really hard to push down. That's why this mechanism here is kind of like in that 90-degree angle. When this one here, at the right angle that I need, is rounded. Okay? Making for a smoother transaction from the foot action to the actual pedal. You don't even hear it. Well, you hear that because it's but the actual mechanism, you don't hear anything happen. Very smooth. Okay? And this one, a lot of squeaking. Okay? What else? That's basically it. They both have Velcro on the bottom. Let's take a look at the foot plate. Are they the same foot plates? They seem to be the same foot plate, but they're not. Same material. It's amazing that this actually, this one you can use this as a pedal. So not just a slave, but all you do is attach this here, which, did we mention that? Yep. Looks like the same exact piece being used in the 2000. Is it? Looks like it. It is. It is actually the same part. Yeah, so basically what you're paying more for is the mechanism. This is a lot longer. Looks like the material's heavier. This is cheaper material, a little bit thicker. But yeah, basically all you need to do is transfer this and the spring over to here, and you've got, if you decide you're going to use two bass drums, you can convert this to a single unit. Whereas here, you can't. You'd have to drill a hole here. It's just not made for that, you see? See this? You have no room to add the actual beater assembly, where here you do. So those are your options. This is already set up to See? The bass drum hoop. Alright, now let's take a look at how they play. Look at them from afar. Okay, here's the DW2000. I'll give you my feedback. You know, the left foot just doesn't seem to, I'd have to really adjust this. This is the one I've been using, imagine. I'm not a death metal drummer, you know, mostly I'll do and some triplets. Here we have the DW3000. Feedback on the 2000? Well, the truth is, I did lower the pedals. Okay, now on to the DW3000. I know the 2000, and you know, it just felt rough when I'm not playing, you know, without the snare and the rest of the drums. But let's try this right away. Power. Oh, this is so much better. Clearly, much better. You know, and I've never used the $600-700 DWs or the long boards or all those things. Just a basic drummer. Sloppy without the rest of the kit, but I'd love to see one of those thrash drummers, the ones that do the heel down, heel up. Like this, you know, they always have those very expensive, lightweight beaters. This is a very heavy beater. That's the way I like it. I like to hit it hard. Play heel up. Hope you enjoyed the DW comparison, the DW2000 versus the DW3000. I'm convinced it's a huge difference. You know, you compare this to maybe
mid-range Gibraltars and Yamahas. I don't know about the other more expensive guys. I've never tried those, but I'd love to one day. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.